to the Woven Almanac. I think today is episode 19 of the Crafty Podcast. If it's the first time you've joined the channel, I'll give you a super quick intro. My name is Dawn. I'm a British expat from Manchester, which is the northwest of England, and for over 20 years I've been living in the Netherlands, just on the border of Amsterdam. I live here with my partner Lawrence, our sons Joshua and William, and our lovely pets, Jack, who's a Parsons Terrier, Daxter, who's a very fluffy ginger cat. So everybody's welcome here. I'm a bit of a craftaholic. I can't seem to not have any kind of craft on the go, and I'm always exploring new crafts. So the format of how I do my podcast, I'm just grabbing my notes, is I give you a very short introduction of what I've been up to since the last podcast, and then I divide the crafts into topics, and then there's timestamps in the description box below. So if something's not your jam and you want to fast forward, you can do. Hopefully you don't and you watch everything. Where to find me as well. I also have another channel here on YouTube. It's a vlog channel because obviously living overseas, it started off that I wanted to do like a living diary of what we're up to so our friends and family could see how life was for us, and I just kept going with it, and I think I've been running that channel for about 4 years now. So if you really want to join me for a good waffle, every Sunday morning I load a weekly vlog, and it's just basically snippets of me, what I get up to in the day. It's always a bit of a crafty element in it. But yeah, I'll leave a link to that channel below. It's called Dawn's Days. Also active on Instagram, not with the Woven Almanac, but at Dawn's Days. However, my Instagram is mainly crafting. It's not about, you know, here's a picture of me, you know, shopping. It's definitely mainly craft related. I also host another channel on Facebook called Crafty World 1. It's a very, very small crafting community, but it's where people can post their pictures, crafts, ask questions, and just make friends. So feel free to chatter amongst yourselves below. I read every single comment, and I do try and reply back as soon as I can. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I've got a very boring instant coffee in a very beautiful mug. I can't quite remember. I think this is a gift from either Jeanette, who's Crafty Clothes Creations, or Karen, who's Stitches and Jacks, because if you've been around for a while and you watch my other channel, we went to Yarndale together in September, I think it was, and also Cameron's daughter Laura joined us, and I came home with I think 2 or 3 mugs, so I kind of lost track of who'd gifted me what. But anyway, what a treasure, isn't it beautiful? My logo is indeed the bee, which is the symbol of Manchester, the worker bee, which is, as I just said, my original hometown. Right, what have we got today? So I'll give you a little quick update of what I've been up to. I've got some crochet to share with you. I'm looking around me. I've got a pile of mess all over the table. I've got some knitting. I've got some other crafts. So I've got a little bit of resin and also some diamond painting. And I've got a bit of a shopping haul. Scored myself a bargain and some incoming and maybe future plans. So I think let's get started. Right, what have I been up to since I last spoke to you? It's always hard to remember because I'm vlogging, you know, over on the other channel. But I think, did I leave off that I had a week off work? Maybe. And I think I just relaxed. I had a few days out. If you want to actually see what I did get up to, then you can head on over to Dawn's Days. The weather's not been great here, so any free time I have had off, it has involved a raincoat and an umbrella. I'm planning where we can go indoors. So yeah, I had the week off, very relaxed. Went back to work, and then quite a short while after, my mum and my sister Estelle arrived over from the UK because my eldest son Joshua turned 21. So he didn't want a big party, even though I really, really wanted him to have one. So we just had a very small gathering at the house and a cake and, you know, balloons and stuff. And my mum and Estelle stayed for, I think it was around a week. So I had some more time off work. And we had some day trips. We went to Utrecht for a day, and my mum and Estelle had never been there before, so I did film some really nice footage of the cathedral there, which is very, very old, and it's packed full of history. So again, you know, if you want to see that, head on over to Dawn's Days. So Mum and Estelle left, then I was back in work mode again. So it's been quite busy here. And then I've also, I've complained incessantly on the vlog channel that we're having heating problems at the moment. So in the Netherlands, winter has arrived, and you know, as is always the case, the heating's decided that it doesn't want to work properly. We have got hot water and heating, but it means that every single morning before we can do anything, the boiler or the kettle needs to be filled up with water. We've got a plumber on the horizon who hopefully knows how to fix it, so fingers crossed. Anyway, the other thing that's quite exciting is I'm not sure when this video will load, but maybe when it loads, I'm actually not in the Netherlands. I'm on the way, or I'm in Africa. I've got a very busy but exciting work trip coming up as I'm filming. I'm going to Botswana, which I've never been to before, and then a couple of days in Cape Town in South Africa, and then flying back to the Netherlands. So it's about, I think about a week, just over a week, that I'll actually be away, which has kind of thrown a spanner in the works because I was planning to do Vlogmas, but I won't be here. So hopefully whatever sort of footage from the weekly vlog I do, you know, I've been doing a few Christmassy things, I can put that over on Vlogmas over on Dawn's Days, and yeah, hopefully when I get back we'll make it work. But yeah, that's really exciting. So when I film, if you don't watch the vlog, when I film the next podcast, hopefully I've got an update of what I got up to in Africa. I'm very excited about that. I have actually been to Africa twice this year. I was in Tanzania in May, again with work, and also Marrakesh on a girls' trip. I think that was in March. So yeah, 4 African countries in a year. Wow, that's quite exciting, isn't it? Okay, right, let's begin. Oh, I've also had my hair really, really chopped off. Don't know if you can see. It's very, very short because I needed a long overdue haircut. My hair's really thick. It needed thinning out a bit. And so far what I've seen, Botswana is a high of 38 degrees every day. So I thought, get it chopped off and cool myself down, because I am actually very menopausal and prone to hot flushes. Is that TMI? I can feel many of you nodding your head in sympathy or empathy. So yeah, that's also what I did. I had my hair chopped. Right, so have I finished with the, yes I did. I've given you all the updates. So crochet, I've not really done anything new-ish, because in the last episode I told you that I'd revived the Yuletide blanket that I've been working on for about 2 years, which is a free pattern by Attic24, and it's crocheted in Stylecraft Special DK. I'm literally on the last round of the pattern, and then I've got the border to do and it's finished. However, it's huge, so you can imagine one round takes quite a while, so I'm trying to not lose my place. And also, if you watched last episode, I still haven't washed it. I'm going to wait till it's finished and then tackle it then. But I think when I last spoke to you, I was on this round here, which I think is Kelly Green. So I've done a fair bit on it. So this is, sorry, I'm covering my face. So this is one corner, and then we go, see how big it is, all the way, 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 all the way to the other corner. So I can't even show you my arms. Oh, literally, if I spread my arms out, that's how big it's got. And you can imagine the weight of this. It's huge. It's massive. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with it. I don't know why I procrastinated. I don't know. I just sort of, I lost interest in it, and now I'm literally can't wait to finish it. So hopefully today, I won't get it finished before I go to Africa. Hopefully today I can get the last round done at least and make a start on the border. And then hopefully in the next episode I can show you a finished object. Won't that be nice? But I've really enjoyed it. The only thing is with the Stylecraft Special DK, if you've used it, maybe you've had the same experience. Some of the colourways crochet beautifully, and some of them are a bit splitty, like this camel, which is the last colour on the round. I'm finding the camel's a bit splitty, and also I think was this either sage or cypress. I think it was sage. That was also a bit splitty. But then others were a dream to crochet with. Isn't that strange? You'd think they'd all be the same. Anyway, so yeah. If you're actually in the middle of winter now, I can really recommend this, because while the heating's been playing up, it's kept me toasty warm. I think that might be when I lost interest in it as well, because I think it was spring, summer, and I was like, oh, I'm too hot to be crocheting blankets, especially ones that go in the round. If you're doing a granny square blanket, you know, where you're making individual squares, then it's doable. But yeah, so I'll have to weigh it as well and see how heavy it is when I'm finished. So yes, I thought I'd share the progress on that. The other thing, I'll put that on the floor. The other thing, I couldn't help myself because I needed a break. I really, I like the sort of, the methodical sort of exercise of crochet. You know, I'm actually a much faster crocheter than I am a knitter. And I just felt something, I just wanted to cast something else on, but still crochet, and I didn't want to do amigurumi. I've still not finished my Webster the duck, which is what I showed you in last episode. But however, I did cast on a new hexie, because if you did watch, when I went to Yarndale, the four of us actually crocheted a granny hexie cardigan, and I said all along I wanted one in one colour. So again, this is Stylecraft Special DK. I think it's stone. So I bought a massive bag of the wool almost when I got back from Yarndale, and I resisted casting it on, but I just couldn't help it. So I think that will look really nice. As you can see, I quite like this putty, stony colour. Quite a fan of it. Also like green as well. So yeah, this whipped up in no time. I'm not following a pattern. I know how to crochet granny square. So I'm just now and again, I'll dip into a random YouTube video and have a look and make sure I'm on track. So I'm just literally going to copy the pattern I did for the colourful one that I made. However, with that one, if you did watch that episode, I knitted the ribbon, and I don't think I'll do that this time. I think I might do a crocheted ribbon, I think, so far. But anyway, watch this space. Hopefully I can take... I'll cast on the second granny hexie and take that over to Africa with me, because I can do that on the plane. Knitting needles, not so much. So it's the hexagon, and then you join it up, and then it literally, this is one side and the sleeve, and then you just can, you know, you join and then crochet in the round to get it the sleeve as long as you want, and also the length as long as you want, and then you the back, you crochet two of them, and then you crochet rows back and forth or up and down to extend the back however wide you want it. If you want it like a tighter fit or a, you know, baggy, that's how it works. And then everything's joined up, and then you can just literally keep going either back and forth around the bottom to make it longer, and in the round for the sleeve. So it's a really super easy pattern. And actually, I would say this is also, if you can do a US double crochet and a single crochet, even if you're not fast, I would say it is a beginner pattern. So, you know, and what I see in the shops, crochet is still very hip right now. So that's the crochet. I've not done any amigurumi. However, I've also, quite a while ago, I haven't got the pack here with me, ordered the Knoll 9 patch. Hopefully I've put a picture of it here. The Knoll 9 patch blanket. I forget who it's by now. Well, there'll be details about it. And I've refrained from casting that on, but I am itching to start. But I've promised myself, you're not allowed to cast it on until you finish the Yuletide blanket, which is here. That's why I'm pointing here. So yeah, watch this space. Has anybody crocheted it, or have you got plans to? Again, it's in Stylecraft Special DK. It's a paid for pattern, but they give you all the list and the codes of the colourways, and yeah, I'm really excited to cast that on. So have a slurp. Again, knitting front, I've not done so much because, you know, I'm kind of dedicated to working on bigger projects at the moment. So as you know, they just take a long time, especially, as I said, the Yuletide blanket. However, I thought I'd show you. I didn't give up. I persisted with the J sweater. I think this is by Rachel Brockman, I think. So I have carried on with it. Oh, dropped my ball. and I put a progress keeper. So this is where I'd got up to in the last episode, and then I've probably done the same again. So this is how much I've knitted since. I've got a fair bit to go. I've measured it, and I don't want it cropped. I would like it quite more on the hips. So I think I've got the same again, and then I'll do the ribbing. I mentioned this. I did the Stephen weaving, and I really don't like it. So I'm still debating what to do about that. Oh, and I've just seen I've pulled it. Okay, well, anyway, that's where the crochet hook will come in. I'll just go in the back and pull it through. But yeah, this, because there's no colour change and it's just knit, and also, I don't think I mentioned this in the last episode. The needle size is it written on it? Yeah, it's a 4mm, and this wool that I'm knitting mine on, it's a DK or a worsted. It's not Aran, but it is quite a thick wool. So the stitches are quite tight on it, and I'm a larger lady, so I'm fine. I get a bit bored of this. I can only do so much, but I have been forcing myself. At least a few times a week, I force myself to do a few rounds because I want it finished, and I would love to wear it because the yoke is, it's beautiful. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll just keep giving you progress, and it's not a race. It's you have to just take your time with it. How are we doing? Hold on. And the other thing, I finished all the pieces for my everyday eyelet sweater. So I've done the 2 sleeves, the back, the panels, everything, and all I have to do now is seam it. And can I get into an enthusiastic mode to seam it? No, I did attempt to seam. So that would be, yeah, here, this would be, I did attempt to seam the side panel. I really don't like the seam, what I did. My mum and Estelle's, I did it while they were there, and they liked it. So I don't know whether to unpick it and re-seam it. Although I do quite like that the stitches are visible, but I find they're a bit wonky. I don't know, what do you think? So I've literally, all I've got to do is attach the other side panel, and then it's like a drop shoulder design, and then attach the sleeve, so you can see mine will stop just on my wrist, and then the ribbing around the like the button band, but I'm not having buttons. Mine's going to be like a coatigan, and the ribbing around the bottom is already done because that's what you start with, the ribbing. So it is a free pattern. So hopefully I finished that. I don't know, does anybody else have that with seaming? I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know why. And then I have got other knitting plans, but I'm just trying to stay focused. And at least if I can get the everyday eyelet cardigan done and the J sweater. And I've not even done any dishcloths, thinking about it. No, I haven't. I did one in October, and I haven't done the November one. Well, I'm completely behind with all that stuff. Maybe over Christmas, because I have got a week off, and we're planning to have a quiet Christmas. So yeah, that's the knitting. The other thing, I've been playing with resin again. I'm really into the resin crafting, but I thought I'd share with you. So again, One Day Saving kindly sent me some more resin moulds, and I really enjoyed working with them. And I thought, I'm going to make a comparison between my sort of handmade moulds that I've bought off Etsy, and then the actual moulds that they've given me, the sort of more professionally manufactured one. So they gave me, it's a set of mushrooms. I think there's 4 moulds. There's 2 little ones, a middle size, and this is the larger one. So I made up a batch of resin, only clear. I did intend to colour the resin, but in my enthusiasm I just poured it clear, but I'll explain what I did in a minute. And then I had resin left over. So this is something that I bought years and years ago, and it works very well. It's a silicone mould. I think I bought it off either AliExpress or Etsy. I can't even remember. And I use it with air dry clay or Fimo, and it works great. However, the resin, I don't know if it's the thickness of it. What I did, I painted the inside with mica powder gold, and then I just poured a few. So this is what came from, oh, is this, no, this is a different mould. I've got about 5 of them. No, these are not, oops. These are not from this mould. But anyway, it's exactly the same mould. So I painted the inside, pour the resin. Is that, oh gosh, I keep dropping it. No, it's not from that one, is it? No, it's a different mould. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Because I think this was from one mould and then this one was from another mould. Now, so it's picked up the mica powder, although not as well as I would have hoped. And then what I did find, I left the curing time. Now, technically, these are really thin, so these should have cured a lot quicker than the mushroom. I'll show you why in a minute. So the curing time took a while, and they were so sticky. And even they've been sat for well over a week, and they still feel a bit sticky. And they just don't feel as hard as they should do. There's still a slight bit of give in them, which you shouldn't have with resin. It sets rock hard. So the reason I tried resin in those moulds is I was thinking to make nice embellishments for my junk journaling, or, you know, I paint furniture or any crafting. So if you're thinking of trying resin, I would really buy a proper, from a company that actually does, you know, supply manufactured resin moulds, because these, as I said, great for Fimo, great for air dry clay, great for paper clay, not so great for resin. And as I said, I used I've got 3 of these, and I'm just not impressed with them, frankly. However, so the mushroom mould, I did intend to colour the resin, as I said, but I wanted to pour it. I was so excited. So this is the result of this mould. So it's all clear. However, I did exactly the same exercise. So you can see they're a lot thinner and they're very sturdy. You'd have to do something amazing to tear one of these. Whereas these feel that if you pulled it too hard, they'd give way. I don't know, they just feels like that silicone that you'd edge your sink in. It just doesn't feel as, you know, the quality's not as good. I can't explain it. Anyway, so it's got these little this is the only one with the raised little rings, spots. So with the mica powder, again, I brushed it on, buffed it out, and then pop it inside out. And you have to be really careful, because often when you turn it back, you might scrape some. So then go back in with your mica powder, give it all another buff, a little dusting with a paintbrush, an eye makeup brush, whatever you've got. And then what I do is I just give it a tap to get anything loose out, and then I poured the resin in. Now, if I'd have done it coloured, I would have first done a red batch and then a white batch. But so this is, as you can see, it's all completely clear. It poured beautifully, and this cured, and it's solid resin. So you can imagine, there's quite some weight to it. It cured. I demolded them at exactly the same time. This is solid, absolutely no tackiness. It's got to be the mould. It has to be. So yeah, what I did with the spots, I used gold and this pearly white for the spots. Sorry, there's a lot of glare back. And then this is like, I think it was an antique red for the cap. And then the rest of it is pearly white. So you can see it's very translucent. Now, if I'd have coloured the resin afterwards, this would have been like a pop of colour. But I do quite like it. I like that it's a little bit, you know, if I put a tea light behind it, I think it might glow. I think it would look nice. The other thing you could do, I've seen it on YouTube, is you could even put like a little LED light on a copper wire. You could even pop that in and leave the wire out, and then that would work well as a lovely little lamp, I think. But I've yet to play with inserting things into my moulds, but yeah, super happy with that. Really, really thrilled with it. So yeah, I am gonna, you know, play over the next few months, because I'm loving resin craft. Seriously, I can't recommend it enough. It's such good fun, especially when you're demoulding things. But yeah, you know, I think if you want to start with it and you buy some like these kind of moulds, you might be disappointed and it might put you off. So I would go, there's plenty of suppliers around. I mean, I've obviously worked with One Day Saving. I've got a permanent discount code if you want to try ordering from them. It's Almanac 05 off. So it's always there. As long as the company exists, you get your 5% off. So yes, that's what I've done with resin crafting. And then the other thing, I need a slurp. I also announced the winner of the B Diamond Kit giveaway, and that was lovely Heather. And I spoke about it on the vlog. Apparently you can't just go to a post office and send a package to America from the Netherlands anymore. So I've been so busy. I need to actually get that. Heather, if you're watching, it is going to get to you this year. Please rest assured. So yeah, but again, One Day Saving, they said, you know, I tagged them in anything that I use their products. And he said, oh, we've got a new kit out. Do you fancy trying it? So I said, yes, please. So I've done this Christmas tree, and it's on a, dropped it. It's on a little stand. So I will decorate the stand. And this worked up so quick. It arrived and I opened it and I started it straight away. And I'd done it, not even a couple of hours, because there's not a lot of stones on it. It's a lot about, you know, you can see from the back, you know, it's printed. But it's so kitsch and like vintage Christmas. So yes, this one, if I recall, they do lots of different colourways. And there was one that also caught my eye that was all like blues and silvers, and it reminded me of Delft. But anyway, I've got the vintage one, which I absolutely love. And again, I think because they are still, you know, they're a little bit like opaque. I think if you put a tea light behind it, it would really glow up lovely. When I decorate my fire, normally I've got like a plinth open fire, and it's still got the autumn stuff on. When I come back from Africa, I'll strip it down and put all my Christmas stuff out, and I'll see what that looks like with a candle behind it. Obviously not a real one, because it's plastic. But yeah, so again, that was another kit from One Day Saving, the diamond painting. I really, really like the diamond painting. It's very methodical and quiet, and you tend to sort of go in like this, you know, trance, you know, and it's like instant gratification because it works up so quick. So I think that's all the crafty things I've been working on. However, I have got plans in true Dawn fashion. I'll show you this first. We've got like a budget store in the Netherlands. If you're in the UK, it's like B&M's, and they have a fantastic craft section. I buy a lot of crafting stuff from them. And then they had, not in the craft section, strangely, but in the Christmas section, they had this little miniature set. So me and my mum had a play with it while she was here. And I've got a really nice glass, not a dome, it's like an open vase. I don't know what it would have been for. It's got a little hole in it. I should have grabbed it to show you, but if you've watched the vlog, you know what I'm talking about. So you can feed fairy lights through the back. I've got an old wooden fireplace from my dollhouse that doesn't quite fit in with the dollhouse. So we put that in, it fits in. So when I'm back from Africa, I'm going to make a little Christmas display, maybe two, because I don't think I'll use all of these components in one display. And how lovely. It seems to be a thing at the moment. I've seen these online everywhere. The one in the Action, they had this red door one. They had a blue door and I think a grey door, but I really like the accessories with the red door. So you get the two windows with it, the door, the little ladders, the logs, even the picket fence, the snow, the sign, two little Christmas trees, wellies. I mean, my gosh, and I think it was like €7 or €8. So yes, that's going to be a Christmas craft. Can't wait to play with that. And then the other thing that I bought for myself, actually I bought a lot of things. I don't know who I'm kidding. I bought a lot of things. My friend Alison gave me a tip off. I spoke about this in, I think, last week's vlog maybe. That one of these kind of bric-a-brac, you know, sells everything kind of stores opened here in my village in the summer. And she said she'd seen in the Facebook group that they were selling fabric. So I popped in on the way past. I didn't spend hours in there, but I did pick up some nice old, they had secondhand things as well, some vintage things. And they looked like, it was like either a sewing shop or a sewing company bankruptcy stock. So they had loads and loads of bolts of fabric, not full bolts, so I'm not sure how much I got. When I checked the price, wait till I tell you how much these cost. So I got this bolt of fabric. I thought this would be nice lining for project bags, these little cotton spools. So you can see this, it's doubled up at the end. So there's a fair bit of fabric on that. I don't think it's a full bolt. €5. So I grabbed myself that, and it's beautiful quality. It's really, really nice and thick, the cotton. Let me see if I can, it's still all stuck down with the sellotape. Yeah, that's one side. You can't see through it at all. It feels excellent quality. And then I saw whoever was selling this, it was $16.90 a metre. So I got the whole piece for €5. Then they also had this other fabric. Again, it reminded me of Cath Kidston. This is longer and it's doubled up. You can see it's yeah, it's a good, if I put this end to end, it's a good bit longer than the bobbin fabric. Again, it's not a full bolt, but it's a lot in it. Doubled over. And again, this also would have retailed $18.90 a metre. So this was also €5. And again, it's really nice quality cotton, beautiful. So as I said, it's got that vintage Cath Kidston feel. So I thought, again, for project bags, or it's just for stash really. I haven't got any definitive ideas. And then this was €7.50. It's really heavy. And I've took the sellotape off to have a good look at the panels. So again, it's doubled over. This is the width of it. So I don't know, would it be like a double size quilt, I think? I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I just saw it, I had to have it. And it's $7.50. Look at how much fabric's in that, these meters of the stuff. And I'll just quickly pull up some of the fabric so you can get an idea of the panel. I seem to have seen this before somewhere. I think it's quite a popular pattern. So it's all these like chickens and cockerels. And let's open it a bit. Again, beautiful quality. I like this one with the chicken wire. Are they all cockerels? I think. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It will take me years to get through this. But again, it was for stash. And at that price, my gosh. I'm going to keep an eye on that shop in case they have anything else in. This was, for my purposes, it was the best of the bunch. Because I was more for like crafting. So I might revive my, you know, quilting. Again, I did quilt in the 90s, I think. I've not quilted for years, so I don't even know. Maybe I'd make project bags for them. Lining, you know, anything. Tea towels, cushion covers, you know, anything. One more thing woolly related, and then I bought two other things which kind of ties in with the fabric thing. So I am really, really struggling with my knitting sock mojo. It's just gone. I don't know what it is. I've got 2 or 3 pairs of socks on the go, and I just can't bring myself to finish them. And I love knitting socks. I just don't know what it is. And I've got 2 advents. I'll show you in a minute, and I'll have to pause the video because one of them's huge. So I've got a fair bit of like fingering weight wool to open, and I bought loads when I was at Yarndale, and I don't know, I've just seemed to have lost it. However, I've not seemed to lose my passion for buying sock wool. So I was at my local market, and we've got a cracking yarn stall every Friday, and he does this, I think it's a Turkish brand, Elise, and I saw this and I just couldn't resist it. And this isn't the colourway, but this is how the pattern works up. I don't know if it's picking that up. I love self-patterning yarn. And it's, I don't know if it's showing up. Yeah, that's a good picture of it. It's very bright. It's just lovely. And it smells really sheepy. This is Elise Superwash Comfort. 75% wool. And there's 420 metres or 459 yards on it. And it's also, it's unbrushed, classical unbrushed it says. And I'm trying to see, oh yeah, and it's 25% polyamide. Is there anything else? 30-degree wash. So I'm hoping, I might do a video of all the sock, like the self-patterning sock yarn I've got in my stash. A fair bit of it, I'll see. Maybe another video. And then I'll talk about the rest of the wool in a second. My gosh, there's a lot incoming, but maybe it inspires you. Talking of the fabric, I really, really want to find time to do more sewing next year. I do actually enjoy garment making. And when I first started out, you know, my work career, I did used to make a lot of my own work clothes because I just couldn't afford to buy them. And at that time, it's a long time ago, it was actually cheaper to make my own clothes. Nothing fancy, I didn't make blazers and suits, but like a lot of like tailored wrap skirts and, you know, like crossover and, you know, all my soft furnishings in my house, all my curtains. I still 50% do my own curtains, not in the lounge, but like in my craft room or in the spare room, pillows, cushions. Yeah, you know, I do really, really enjoy sewing. So I was looking on Amazon and then I came across this book and I reviewed it. I've seen a few videos and there's quite a few other books in the range of this. And I just bought it because I really like the aesthetic of it. So it's 43 easy to sew and wear clothes. It's called Cotton Friends Sewing. This is the book. It's paperback, which I like, and includes full size pull out patterns. So I think it's like modular. You can piece things together to make other garments. I don't even know if I'm going to attempt to pronounce these. I think they're Japanese designers, if you can see. And literally, there is an overview. There's one on the back, is there? Yeah, here. This is the project gallery. Look at all the different things you can make with it. So there's obviously some stretch fabric in there, cottons, wool. Switch over. Skirts, trousers, dungarees, ponchos, gilets, jackets, coats, even snoods. Really, really impressed with it. I've had a quick flick through and it seems very well written. And there is, oh, that's William's just woke up. There is, I'm going to show you, I should have marked it. Bear with me. Oh, I should have marked it. There's a couple of dresses in here that I really, really like, that I fancy having a go at next year. And it looks very simple. Here, this one. It's a two-way dress, so you can either do it. Isn't that lovely? That'd be great for work. And I think it's really easy. So you can either have it with the little V at the front or at the back. But I really like that. I think there's a lot of fabric in it. I just like the aesthetic of it. And then there was also, where is it? Where is it? There was another. I don't know if this will suit me because I'm a bit of a short. Oh, yeah, this was the other dress that I really like. V-neck jumper. Skirt. It's a dress. I like that. It's like a pinafore dress. Isn't that lovely? I fancy that. It's got pockets. And then here, I think I'm a bit too short for this, but they're classed as overalls. Oh, I do like them in a nice cotton linen. Really, really nice. And then, but there's all kinds of stuff with like fleece, linen, stretch. I also like this one as well. This would look beautiful in linen. Elbow length pullover. But you could make that in anything. Isn't that lovely? Again, pockets. So hopefully next year I can spend some time on doing my sewing again. At the moment, my very messy craft room is also doubling up as my home office, and I've been waiting 2 years for Lawrence to finish the actual office in the attic so I can get my computer stuff out and get my sewing machine set up on my sewing side of the desk. So watch this space, but I can really recommend that. I'll try and put a link, maybe the Amazon link, or if not, because yeah, we all have different Amazons in whatever region you're in. Anyway, this, so Elise, from Elise Rose Crochet, totally enabled me. She did, it was it one of her review videos? It was one of her more recent ones. She went through this book and instantly I bought it. I couldn't resist. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Enchanted Woodland Amigurumi. Crochet 15 Forest Fairies and Friends. And there's also videos for it. This is Irina or Irina or Erina Lee. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? And there's one. Is there a it's not a good big picture of all of them. Well, there's this little one. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I absolutely adore this badger. Really. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I need to have that. Let's have a closer look. Page 82. It's so cute. Piper the badger. Oh my gosh. How adorable is that? But everything in the book is just beautiful. Here, there's a better picture on the back of the fairies. Look at that one with the crown, and also the little toadstool hat. Aren't they adorable? So yeah, this is, I think over Christmas I'm gonna, you know, get back into my amigurumi again. It looks a really nice book. And look at Poppy the Red Cat Robin. And the aesthetics that she's used in the book are very like muted, vintagey, but you could also do them in like really bright, like primary colours as well. Imagine that in like a nice bright red, and the little V's would pop in white. So yeah, but this, even the aesthetic of this vintage kind of feel is right up my street. Isn't that beautiful? So yes, thank you Elise for enabling me to spend even more of my money on crafting things. Right, just bear with me. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to grab something to show you. I did speak about this on the vlog because it arrived and I kind of wasn't expecting it. Months and months ago now. I was looking online at advents and the postage, if a lot of the advents, so who have I had from in the past in the UK? I've had from Ellie, lovely Ellie at Craft House Magic, beautiful advents. She usually does like a crochet and a knitting pattern with her advents as well. I've had from Suzanne, Green Lampkin, also beautiful dyer. Alex, My Yarny Corner. Oh, can you hear that? Sounds like fire. But what kills me is the postage from the UK to the Netherlands. It's ridiculous. So I was looking online, I was thinking, I fancy ordering something close to home. And then I found a dyer in Germany and I looked on her Etsy and it, again, the colourways right up my street, really like them. And she was selling advents and very reasonably priced. Now, I can't remember how much I did pay, but it was well under 100 euro, like well under. I think it might be maybe 70 something euro. And I forgot what I'd actually ordered. I did order a skein off her just to see what the wool was like. It's in my stash, a DK, beautiful, like all autumnal. I think it's actually called Ashen or something. Anyway, I think I might have shown it on one of the podcasts a while ago. Anyway, so it arrived and I didn't know what was in the box, a huge box. And then this massive sack. And I ordered a 24-day, which I don't normally do. I normally order a 12-day. So I'll give you a quick look because it leads me on to what I'm going to tell you in a minute. And then I remembered when I was in Yarndale, Jeanette had also, we do an advent swap every year. We've done it for a while now. Jeanette had already given me her advent as well to take with me. So I was like, oh, I've got 2 advents to open. Maybe I might have another one. Sometimes my company gifts us an advent calendar, but I'm not sure if they'll do that this year. So anyway, I've not opened it, but this is off Jeanette. This is a 12-day. and it's got little stickers on it. So I did I had a quick peek, but I've not like gone any further with it, and I don't want to give spoilers away. Even the sticker's still intact. So this is a 12-day. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to start opening it when I come back from Africa, because as I said, it's a 12-day, and I think I'm back, I don't know, like 9th of December, so I can pick that up and do like the last 12 days of Christmas. But then, so this sack, this is from the Wool Ritual. I'll use this fabric, I mean, stunning. And then it was full, I hope I don't drop it, of all little sacks of skeins. And I think it's, the theme is childhood memories. I mean, aren't they absolutely beautiful? And apparently, yeah, there is. She said that there's a picture in each of the sack, so you understand where the inspiration of the colour came from. So, yeah, this, I mean, all this fabric, you know, as a sewer, I'm going to use all of this again. Nothing will go to waste. I mean, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, the work that's gone into it. I'll put a link below. I mean, if you're in the market for an advent next year, you know, keep an eye on her. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's the 24th. Absolutely stunning. The work that must have gone into this. So, yeah, I'll pop Jeanette's back in as well. So, yeah, that's that leads me on to what I was saying about Vlogmas. So, I did, oh, put it down, I did fully intend to do Vlogmas this year. I don't think I've ever missed a Vlogmas. That's always on Dawn's days. Again, it's usually, it's the typical format. You know, you've seen many of them, I'm sure by now. There's always a bit of crafting going on. I give a little update of what I've been doing or showing things I've made. A little bit of waffle, you know, about what I've been doing. And they're normally quite short videos. The format's like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes long. So my tummy's rumbling. And, but I'm not here when it begins. But I had already filmed, sorry, I'm shaking the table. I had already filmed an intro that I really like. So if you're in the market for some Vlogmas, what I'm going to do is, since the last weekly vlog loaded, I have filmed a few days. So I'll edit them and put them out as Dawn from the past, because they're quite Christmassy, the things I've been doing. So maybe there'll be like 3 or 4 days of Vlogmas whilst I'm away that I'll put on a timer. And then if I can film anything whilst I'm in Africa, maybe, because I'm not taking my laptop, so there'll be no like any video editing, or, you know, probably not even plinky plonk music over things. But what I will try and do is post some shorts whilst I'm in Africa, if I can. It depends on the internet, it depends on time, etc. So if you're into Vlogmas, link below to Dawn's Days, and for sure there'll be 2 or 3 videos I'm pretty much sure I can get out whilst I'm away. And when I get back, I'll pick it up daily, and yeah, we'll go on with Vlogmas. And then, you know, whatever I do with this, Christmas makes, all that kind of stuff, I'll share that over on the other channel. And I think that was everything. Yeah, that was everything I wanted to cover. So thanks again. If you've not subscribed, maybe you can subscribe to the channel. That would be really, really nice, and join our community. And if you enjoyed seeing some of the things I've been waffling about, don't forget to hit the like button. That also helps with YouTube picking up the channel and recommending me and us to like-minded crafters. And don't forget, if you want to hear a bit more of me waffling about what I get up to, head on over to the Dawn's Days channel, and timestamps below. And if not a link to where I got something from, at least a reference that you can go and Google it yourself. And I think that's everything. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll get one more podcast out before the end of the year. That's the intention so far. And don't forget, if you do want to see what I get up to properly in Africa, I think what I'll try and do is sandwich it in between Vlogmas, and maybe do not a weekly vlog, but yeah, actually I'm going to try and do a weekly vlog of my time in Africa, and then that will be in the longer Sunday morning format kind of thing. But anyway, it's all going to be a bit mixed up. Bear with me and we'll get there in the end. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to say hello in the comments, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye for now.